All
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
This is the brother from GMS New Orleans coming with a quick live lesson. Before we get started, I want to give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh,
Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Rakakadash.
double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
And for this live lesson today, we just gonna go into how the Lord will pay us back for our labor, our labor. All right, He gonna pay us back, so our labor is not for nothing. All right, brother, could get that in Leviticus 19, because it's written in our law, all right, that if a man work for you, he labor for you, that you pay him back. Okay, let me know when you got the.
Okay. This
It was 19,
yeah, 18 to 13.
13.
13. Yep. This is Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 13. It says, "Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning."
Right. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. Okay. And the Lord is a righteous power. And this is a commandment that he gave to us. All right. And he embodies the law, statutes, and commandments. He's perfect. Okay. So if that was a commandment that he gave to us to deal just and righteously among each other, then he's gonna reciprocate the same energy. All right, he's gonna do the same thing. Okay, so our labor, us working for him, I being his faithful servants. Okay, he's not gonna rob us of our wages, our pay. Okay,
I got that word defraud.
go ahead.
This is the word defraud out of the online etymology dictionary, late 14th century. It says, deprive of right by deception or breach of trust or withholding.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So just like the brother saying, he's not gonna do what, man? And there's not gonna be a breach in a contract, of trust, right? And the Lord has made a pact, he's made an agreement and a deal for the men that labors to get paid at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that payment will be in the form of what? A penny, which is a representation of the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah,
I'm holding that parable of the penny.
con. Yeah, man. So the Lord has made a contract with us. Okay, he called us to his service, all right, and he told us if we do these things, all right, we shall receive something for it. I believe it says that in Matthew 19, around what 27, all right, when I believe it was Peter, he asked,
Forsake all things.
yeah, brother, one of y'all
I
can get
get
it,
it.
all right, but get that word, that wages, bro, from Baba.
This is the word wage in the online etymology, 13th century, a payment for service rendered, reward, just desert. Mid 14th century, salary paid to a provider of service. From Anglo-French and Old North French wage, Old French gege, pledge, pay, reward. From Frankens,
Go back to that first part.
con,
All right, and then I'm gonna speak on, and I'm gonna have you go back to the second part you read. Start at the top.
con. Word wage now 13th century, a payment for service rendered, reward or just desert.
A payment for service rendered, right? In Romans 12 and 1, it tells you that this is our that's the reasonable service. Right? So this is our service to the Lord. And we're gonna receive a payment for it. Right? Anywhere you go, even the devil, we're in this captivity. We have jobs, and even he pays us. So you think the Lord is gonna forget to pay his men? For the works that we've been doing? Okay, read that second part.
Con. Mid 14th century, salary paid to a provider of service.
Right, salary paid to a provider of service. And I did I think it was a couple months back, I did a lesson on a righteous man's salary. That's what I titled it, a righteous man's salary. Okay. The righteous have a salary laid up for them, right? In the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven, right? Dominion, power, all right, resource, everything, eternal righteousness, immortality. All right, that's part of the salary of the men of the Lord, that the Lord, the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Hawashai, that he's going to reward us with. All right, that's part of our wages. Okay, So even though we're not receiving uh that right now, it's still laid up for us. It's not gonna fail. We're still gonna get it in due time when the work is complete. All right, because that's when you get, you don't get your wages. You don't get paid till your work is complete.
Yeah, we don't get paid before the job is done.
Before the job is done. Right. You get paid once you do the job. All right. So once we've completed the job, of what the Most High has called us to, then will He render unto us that payment.
Something.
Con, go ahead.
This is can you get this word reward in the etymology? This is Revelation chapter 22 and verse 12. It says, and you checked it?
No,
I checked. I checked.
You checked it? It's
Yeah.
good. It's Revelation 22 and 12. It says, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give to every man according as his work shall be.
Con,
You can break it down.
con. Read it one more time.
It says, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be.
Right. Yahweh Shai said His reward is with Him. To give every man. You got 2/3 of our people who going to receive a reward also.
Mhm.
All right. But their reward is going to be negative.
Yeah.
Their reward is going to be punishment, destruction. All right. But then you have on the flip hand, the other side of the coin, the reward of the righteous, man. All right, because you get a reward based upon the works that you render for the Lord, that you sacrifice to the Lord. You want to say
If
something?
I can add, because we read a verse up, it talks about those that's being unjust, let them be unjust.
Yep.
Those that's being filthy, let them be filthy.
Mm-hmm.
Those that's being righteous, let them be righteous.
Yep.
You know? Why? Because the Lord, like the brother said, He coming back with the reward. Get that word reward from me? Go ahead.
This reward in online etymology, now mid 14th century. What one deserves.
Yeah, what one deserves. So the work that you put in, whether it be wickedness, whether it be righteousness, all right, whether it be of the spiritual demon Satan, or whether it be of the spirit of power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you're gonna get a reward for it, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get what you deserve. You know, go ahead.
Just deserts. The meaning return or payment for service, hardship, etc.
Got it.
Come. Yeah,
We
man.
got more in that too.
So your reward, your reward is contingent upon the works that you put out. The works that you do. You could get it in 2nd Esdras 9.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, where it goes in by works and but faith.
Yeah, I got it.
9. Yeah, con. Right. You had more on that?
Con.
Go ahead. We could get that next.
Also, something given in recognition of merit, virtue, etc. A prize is also from late 14th century. Something punishment, recompense for doing evil.
Yeah. Right. So it goes into that reward, man. Evil reward for the wicked, and then you got the righteous reward. Okay. Go ahead, bro.
And this is 2nd Esdras 9 and verse 7. And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed.
Right. Everyone that what?
Shall be saved by his works and by his faith whereby ye believe.
Right. Where everyone, what it said, saved part.
Okay. Everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith.
Right. Everyone that shall be saved. Right. Salvation. Those people are going to escape by their works and their faith. All right. So if you have works that are contrary to the service of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, contrary to your duty as an Israelite, you're going to receive an evil reward. All right. But the righteous who have that sincere, that pure work for the Lord, that pure service, they're going to receive salvation. They're going to be the ones to get saved. All right. You got more than that?
Yeah, it kind of goes.
It's to your discretion.
God, I'm gonna go to verse 8. It says, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders.
Con.
For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
Yep. Con, man. So those are going to be the people who are preserved, the elect, all right, because of their works. So the Lord is not going to forget. He's not an unjust power, all right? Esau play with your money and your wages, all right? The Lord don't do that, especially if it's sincere, okay? You got a precept, bro?
Oh no, my bad. I had
Got
the
a
word.
word?
They were reward.
Work. That was reward or work?
They were reward.
Oh, okay.
And you go get.
No, do what you do.
Come,
I just can't look at it. That's all. I just
come. And it's Strong's G 3408. Mistas.
We'll go back to that.
Dues paid for work. And just to get right to the point, in both sense, rewards and punishment. So the reward that Yahweh shall bring him is going to be reward for his elect and punishment for the 2/3 of the people who just won't listen and won't come back to this truth.
Yeah. So the Lord is coming back with a reward, even for the wicked. All right, the wicked of our people. All right, he even giving the reward to our enemy.
Mhm.
Judgment, punishment. How much more the righteous men? All right, we're not going to be forsaken of our reward, our wages. All right, the labor that we then put forth toward the Lord and His service, this reasonable service, sacrificing ourselves. All right, that's a part of our works. All right, so the Lord sees that, and He's going to remember us for that, man. It's something that comes with sacrificing yourself. Go ahead and that Matthew, bro.
Okay.
Back me up.
This is Matthew 19 and verse 27. It says, Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee.
Mhm.
What shall we have therefore?
Right. So Peter said, we have forsaken all things, man. We've hated all things. All right. We love less all things outside of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. We put everything on the back burner. We forsake everything for the Lord. All right. Anything that comes in our life, all right, we make it revolve around the truth, not the other way around. All right, whether it comes with spending time with our family, all right, making money, having certain types of jobs, uh our desires, aspirations, we put all that on the back burner and forsook it for the Lord. All right, so Peter asking, what shall we receive for that? All right, what do we get out of this? Go ahead, bro.
And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right, in a regeneration. Okay, so Yahushua told Peter when it was going to happen. In a regeneration, when he's sitting on the throne,
Mm-hmm.
right, which he's about to come back and do. He's about to come back and take the crowns of the earth. All right, he's about to take these kingdoms down. All right, and he's about to have all the crowns. Okay, so that's that throne in the regeneration. And it said in that regeneration, what? Read it again.
When the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory,
Mm-hmm.
ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah, you shall sit upon the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, and Peter, being of the elect, he's gonna receive that reward. All right, so this is the reward that we get. All right, even though we done been through many incarnations, all right, time has passed. Okay, we're still gonna receive that reward. All right, we've sinned. The Lord still has not forgotten to give us our reward, though. All right, because we will always come back to our remembrance and serve Him. Okay, so even though we're not perfect, even though we've sinned, even though we against the Lord, even though we went off, okay, He's still gonna reward us, man, because He knows our heart and our intent, and it's pure. All right, so those works are accounted for. It's accounted for. You want to say something?
No, I was let him do so.
Con. Well, we can start back at you.
There's a Revelation 11 and verse 17. It says, saying, We give thee thanks, O Lord, power almighty, which art and was and are to come, because thou hast taken to thee thy great power and has reigned, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they shall be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
Speak on it, bro.
Yeah, man. So what did it say, man? The law's gonna come down with what? The judgment, right? Okay. He's gonna come and judge the 2/3. He's gonna come and judge the other nations accordingly. Okay. But the reward is gonna go to who? Right? The servants. It said the servants, the prophets, the saints, great and small, man. All the people who've dedicated their time, right, to Yahweh Bashim Shai, ultimately their life, like what the brother was saying earlier, man. Right? Which is a reasonable service, man.
I'm bowling that reasonable service.
Right.
Yeah. In that Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, it goes into our duty. It speaks of our duty. All right. The duty of you could get it. The duty of an Israelite man, all right, to fear the Lord and keep his commandments. Okay. Now, for when you have a duty, all right, you have to have a reward for that duty. Okay. When you're at work, when you clocked in, all right, you're on duty to work. Okay.
And real quick, because it's an expectation to get paid too for what you do.
Yeah.
When I go punch in at work, it ain't really an expectation. It's I know I'm gonna get paid.
I'm gonna get paid.
You know.
Mhm.
So and that's what Esau and his janky ass shit, right? So if we working for the Lord, brother, I know there's no way in the world the Lord not gonna pay me unless I do something for the Lord not to pay me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And that makes that reward so much more valuable, man.
Mhm.
All right, because this reward takes a different level of faith to believe in. All right. Our faith, which we have that forwards our works, it pushes us to work for the Lord. The faith that we have in him is different from that work when you go clock in and believe you're gonna get paid.
Right.
You gotta have a whole different kind of faith to believe that you're gonna get immortality, that you're gonna judge the earth, that you're gonna be saved. You know what people like to say by the spaceships, all right, by the UFOs, that we gonna actually get beamed up. All right, it takes a different kind of work, different kind of faith to even believe in your works, to do it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a whole nother thing in itself. All right, the Lord is gonna repay you for that.
Yeah.
You know, having that faith. That faith is a part of the works. All right.
Yeah, faith produces action, man.
Yep.
What it say in Corinthians? I believe, therefore I speak.
Yep.
You know? So faith produces an action. We believe in Hawashai. That's why we out here teaching, man. That's why we out here prophesying. Because we believe that what? He's gonna return and give us that reward, man.
Yep.
Give us what we deserve. You know, like the brother brought out the beautiful precept in Revelations 11 chapter, man. You know, to give the servants right their rewards, man. We not out here just for nothing. Jake think we come out here because it's just a hobby. It's just something that, you know, he just like to go out there and teach.
We just mad.
Yeah, we just mad. Or we go and cuss the white man out. No, man. By doing this, we're going to receive a reward. And it's not a regular reward, brother. We talking about being the first fruits in the kingdom of heaven for an eternity. Sitting at the governing table with Yahushua.
Yep.
You know?
With exousia,
Exousia, man.
authority over all.
Yeah.
Over all mankind. I calling all the shots. All right, we ain't coming out here for nothing like people think, man. Just looking crazy. We know we look crazy to y'all.
Yeah.
Well, we don't care.
Made a spectacle. That's cool.
Hey, we working.
Mm-hmm.
We working. We don't care. All right, we not embarrassed that we working. We not embarrassed of the works that we put in for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We don't care. And we don't want to talk to you people either. All right, we love to do the labor and the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Don't get me wrong. All right, but it is a headache coming out talking to Jake, knowing they not gonna believe, knowing they gonna buck up. All right, knowing they gonna go right back to their oppressor. All right, and be happy.
Yeah.
All right, we don't want to talk to y'all. All right, we want the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, so that's why we're working. Okay, we don't want to be destroyed with y'all.
Lord.
Go ahead with yours. Are you checking it? You can go with yours if you have it. Whoever have it.
I got two long ones.
Go ahead.
So this is the book of Matthew. It's the parable of the hired laborers. It's book of Matthew, chapter 20, and verse 2. It says, and when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, which the penny represents what? The reward. The laborers agreed to the penny.
Mhm.
You see? So it wasn't like, oh, well, I'm gonna get into it. You're gonna see. It says, verse 3, and when
So
And
you said the laborers agreed to the penny?
yeah.
Right, and that's a contract.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a contract. And throughout history, the history of the Israelites, the Lord has made contracts with us, man. And it tells you that in Romans 9:4. All right, the promises, to whom was given the promises, the covenants, all these things. The Lord hasn't forgot about it. It's all throughout the scriptures. All right, so that contract is not going to be in vain. Go ahead, bro.
Yep. Verse 3, it says, and he went out, get that Ecclesiastes 5 and 3 real quick. It says, and when he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace, right? Verse 4, he said unto them, go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, I will give you, and they went their way. It says, again, he went out about the 6th and the 9th hour, and did likewise, and about the 11th hour, he went out and found others standing out idle. So, that's basically, when you break it down, you have men coming in at their, like I said in 1 Corinthians, that's 15, every man after his own order, right? You have men coming in at their appointed times, man, standing idle, doing, in the world, doing whatever. However your story is, you came across a camp and you've been pushing ever since, man. You see, that's those men coming in at those different idols. That's what that represents, right? But this the point. It says, verse 7, and they said unto him, because no man had hired us. He said unto them, I thought that was the light on the phone. It says, and they said unto him, because no man had hired us, he said unto him, go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that ye shall receive. So when even was come, the Lord of the vineyard said unto his steward, call the laborers and give them their hire, beginning from the first unto the last. And when they came that were hired about the 11th hour, and they received every man a penny. And when the first came, they supposed that they should have received more. And they likewise received every man a penny. And when they had received it, they murmured against the goodman of the house, saying, these last have wrought but 1 hour, and thou hast made them equal unto us, which have borne the burden and the heat of the day. So they like, man, we've been working since 6 in the morning. Right. They come in at
Second.
the last, it's 5 o'clock, the sun going down at 6. And we done worked from 6 to 6, man. Like, how we get the same penny? Well, that shows you from that, like I said, we've entered into other men's labors.
Yeah.
That's the only way we'd be able to receive that same penny. Why? Because we've entered into the labors of the elder apostles, right? The elder bishops, the elder brothers, brothers that come from before us. We've entered into their labors, man. You see? So we're going to receive that same penny, all right, that they're going to get. Lord willing, we endure to the end, man. I got a little more for you, bro.
And that's going back up one of the initial points that I had made, that belief and faith is also a work, right? They're going to have men who haven't been in the truth for 20 years, 40 years like the apostles, right? 6 years, 5 years. They're going to have last second believers who still going to believe, and the Lord is going to reward them for their belief. What? That penny.
Yeah.
All right, the kingdom of heaven.
Yep.
Even though they haven't had labor in the truth. All right, their belief and their faith in the Lord is going to save them, man. Okay, if it's pure and it's genuine.
13. Yep, I got a little more.
Go ahead.
This is verse 13. It says, but he answered one of them and said, friend, I do thee no wrong. Didst not thou agree with me for a penny? So I ain't do you nothing. You agreed to the penny. I ain't tell you it was bait. Look, man, I'm paying you for the day.
Yeah, worry about your work. Your work.
It says, take that thine is and go thy way, and I will give unto this, and I will give unto thee this last, even as unto thee. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Penny. Yeah. You got anything in there? 15 and 10. Yeah, I thought it had something in there spiritual. I got to actually look at it. You got it.
Come on, go ahead.
It's Proverbs 11 and 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight.
Con, you want to speak on it?
Con, you go ahead.
Go ahead if you want to speak something.
Con, it shows you just because somebody coming in late don't mean it's unrighteous of the Lord that he get that same penny you got. We know the Lord is righteous in all his work. So that man still, you don't know what he did in a previous life to where the Lord had it set up for him to come in late like that.
That's a good point. That man could have been pushing the truth. He, you know, in his office, which is in the past, in his reincarnation,
Yeah.
he could have been pushing, you know, 30 years before you, man. You know,
Yep.
and the Lord to have him come back and, you know, endure for 2 years and then get the kingdom, man. You know, the Lord has set it up like that.
Yep.
You know, that's why you can't count other man's work. You know, who am I to judge another man's servant?
Right.
You know, we all servants of the Lord, man. No matter what hour, right, a man came in, long as he doing the work in sincerity and truth.
Yeah.
Hey, Lord will he keep enduring.
Yeah, who are we to judge another man's works, a service to the Lord? We didn't hire him.
Exactly.
We ain't hire him. All right. If somebody at your job is hired and they get paid more than you, that's an agreement between the hirer
Yep.
and the hireling. I believe it is. All right. That don't have nothing to do with you. All right. We need to be worrying about where we're gonna get paid and the works that we have to put in to get our reward, to get our wages. Okay. It's not about what nobody else. What it say? That path that was narrow and not but one man
We'll go at a time.
could go at a time.
Yep.
All right. So we're not in this for other men's rewards. All right. Ultimately, we got to receive our own penny, our own crown. Okay. You have one?
I was at,
Oh no,
Hey, did
read
you
that
read it?
again. Read that again.
Come.
Like it.
you know,
This Proverbs 11:1.
Mhm.
False balance is an abomination to the Lord.
A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, right? So it's a false balance for somebody to work for you and you not pay them back. That's a false balance. All right. So the Lord is going to pay us back. It said it's a false balance to the Lord. So to him himself, all right, it's a false balance. That's wrong. That's wicked. All right. Go ahead.
But a just weight is his delight.
A just weight is his delight. All right. So for you to dig and to put work in, all right, for you to plow, all right, it's his delight. It's a just balance or just weight, all right, for you to receive something back, for you to reap what you sowed. All right, that's a just balance. All right, you have husbandry, okay, where you till the earth, you plant, all right, you do those type of things, all right, and you sow seeds, all right, and then in them sowing those seeds in due time, those seeds what spring up.
Yeah.
All right, when those seeds spring up, they turn into all different types of plants, whatever kind of seed you sow, different plants and trees or whatever, and then they bear fruit. All right, and when they bear fruit, you reap the fruit. All right, that's just natural. It's nature. All right, it's just natural that when something is sold or is planted, all right, that you get an increase for it or you get something back in return. Okay. Y'all brothers got it. You have one. Oh no, you have
I
one.
was just gonna say,
Go ahead.
I was gonna catch the end of that parable, verse 15. This is Matthew 20 and verse 15. It reads, it says, "Is it not lawful for me to do what I will with mine own? Is thine eye evil because I am good? So the last shall be first, and the first at last. For many be called, but few chosen." Right. So ultimately, the Lord had it designed that way, man. Okay. That's pretty much what he was telling them. He said, "This is my kingdom. First and foremost. Yeah, I'm gonna pay you, but I'm gonna pay you the way I want to pay you, not the way you want to get paid." Right. You get a job, you get contracted out for a job, right? And we talked about people that basically they come in, they do laborious work towards the job, but not everybody gets paid the same amount of money.
Yep.
Right. So you got a guy, he's an engineer. You got a guy that's he's a pipe fitter. You got another guy that's a welder. Another guy do HVAC, so on and so forth. Right? They're all constructing this building, but they all don't get paid the same wages.
Right.
So that's what the Lord's likening unto, man. This is the kingdom of heaven. This is my dominion on earth. You must serve my friend. I'm gonna pay you, but you're gonna get paid what I think you should get paid accordingly.
Right. Yeah. When you go to a job, and you request a certain salary or a certain rate of pay, if you want $40 and they say we can't give you 40, we'll give you 30. All right, and you agree to that contract, then that contract is set in stone. All right. If you agree to it, so you gotta agree to what the Lord is gonna give you. There's a lot of jakes out here. They're not gonna agree to doing a work of the service of the Lord or getting that penny. Cause they don't want to see their enemies in captivity.
Right.
They don't want to see the white man as slaves. All right. So they're not gonna agree upon that contract. All right, because what comes with that contract is what? Dominion. Having all the heathen nations under your feet serving you. Immortality. Having many women. All right. So they're not gonna agree. It's crazy that Jake. Come on, bro. It's wild to think about. All right. It's really Jakes out here who can't get with, the masculinity, in the Bible. The austerity of the Bible, the straight, the truth, the straightforwardness
Even
of the
the men.
Bible.
Even the men.
Even come.
Coming up under men.
Yep. Yeah, the Lord may require, who knows, man, a woman. All right. Hey, if you don't stop dealing with this woman, your contract is on the line. She gonna take you out the truth. Are you gonna let her take you out the truth?
Yes. Some Jake done that didn't happen.
All right. But that's a sacrifice that come with that contract. Losing things, forsaking things, like Peter has said.
Probably so.
All right. You gotta love that less. All right. If it's not of Yahweh Bashim outside a service, of the duty, or it's not convenient. If you can't make the commute, you might not be able to take the job.
You don't sign up for the job and then think about every day, like, man, I don't want to take that job.
Yeah.
It's gonna lead to resentment.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not gonna get paid.
Yep.
But I want to make a point because it was something you said about men not completing the contract or completing the job.
Mm-hmm.
You done had Jake walk off the job, man.
Walk off.
Just totally walk off the job.
Mm-hmm.
Say, I ain't worried about the penny. I ain't worried about the kingdom of heaven. I'm about to go do this, man.
Yep.
Fuck the job,
Right.
basically.
Yep. And in this society, that's an automatic termination.
Yeah.
All right. Just walking off the job. No reason. Man, even if you got a reason.
There's never
You
a
can't
good
just-
enough reason.
Yeah. But of course, if you're doing the service of the Lord, if you've been hired by the Lord,
Not in this thing.
Come on. even Esau fire you for that shit, man.
Yeah.
How much more the Lord?
Come on, man.
Are you gonna be destroyed if you doing that?
Come on, bro. Imagine just walking off.
Just walking off.
The camp going, you just like,
You leave your garment right here.
Like, yeah, I'm
You put your sword down. You leave everything. Jay walk home. He don't even take his cup.
Come on.
Come on, man.
Come on, brother.
Crazy. Go ahead, bro.
This is Hebrews 10 and verse 35. It says,
Absolutely.
cast not away, therefore, your confidence,
Yep.
which have great recompense of reward.
Cast not away your confidence.
Mhm.
Your faith, man. Your confidence is your faith. And it said that it had what? Great recompense of reward.
Where you at?
Hebrews 10 and 35.
Get 6 and you jump.
I was about to tell him,
jump
since
back.
he-
Yeah, you said you in it.
6 and 10.
Yeah, they're gonna back
Yeah,
it up.
but that faith, that confidence that we have in Yahweh Bashim Hawashai comes with a great recompense, man, a great reward. All right? Don't cast it away. If you cast it away, you cast away your reward.
Mhm.
Don't put it behind you. All right, go ahead, bro.
All right, this is Hebrews 6 and verse 10.
And this is why the Lord said that in that precept that the brother just read. This is why the Lord said that. Go ahead.
For God is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love.
Yeah, the Lord is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love. All right, so he said, cast it not away.
That's too bright.
I mean, it's good. Yeah, he said, cast it not away. So don't put it behind you. Don't disregard it. All right, because he said he's not gonna forget to pay you. All right, that's why we gotta pray to endure. We gotta pray that the Lord don't take the crocodiles away from us, the Holy Spirit. All right, because we're gonna get our reward. Yes, it feels like it's taking forever sometimes. Okay, but that's what patience comes in at.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Go ahead.
It's it says, which ye have showed toward his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if I can say it real quick,
Go ahead.
keep pointing that he said, would you minister to the saints and do minister, meaning that you continuing to do it. You ain't stopped doing it. It ain't say did. it said do, meaning it's to continue, man. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, and the minister is a servant.
Mhm.
All right, when you minister, you serve. All right, so the Lord is not going to forget that you serve. All right, the Lord not going to forget how you prepared your home for brothers to come over. All right, to get intimate with brothers. All right, guests. You know, hospitality, man. The scriptures speak about alms and charity,
Mhm.
brotherly love. All those things are a part of the work. All right, he's not going to forget to repay you for that.
That's right.
Obadiah, he hid men in caves. He hid prophets. He looked out for prophets. All right, the Lord is going to repay him for that. He was a righteous man. All right, those types of things, those works are going to be accounted for. All right, if the wicked are going to receive their reward, all right, they're diligent in what? Doing wickedness. They're diligent in sinning, transgressing the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, transgressing the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, disdaining his ways. Okay, they're going to receive a reward. You're going to receive a reward for your righteous dealings. It's only right. The Lord is a just balance. All right,
Read 12.
You want me to read to 12? So like,
Yeah, my bad.
go ahead.
okay,
guy.
good. All right. Verse 11, it says, and we desire that everyone of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end,
Mhm.
that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through the faith and patience inherit the promises.
That's it.
Calm. Yeah, and don't be slothful. All right, see what diligence see in the online etymology.
Just gonna say being earnest.
Time.
You know, basically working hard. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
diligent. You gotta search the scriptures daily, man.
Mm-hmm.
Studying, read, giving attendance to those things.
Being fervent.
Yep.
All right. Hey, if man, it's crazy because in this society, when you got a job, you know, and you a great worker, you a fervent worker, all of a sudden you just see your supervisor, your manager, he wants you to get all the tasks. You wind up getting a position that you don't even want the responsibilities of this position.
For extra points.
Yeah. Right? So even in that sense, man, okay, the Lord's gonna reward us. He sees your service and your diligence. All the times that we came out here, you know, brothers got ailments, you know, brothers standing up here talking for hours, back hurting, all right, feet hurting. Going back to the point I made earlier, sacrificing our bodies. We sacrifice our lives. Somebody who Colossians 3. We sacrifice everything. Con. We sacrifice everything. Okay, that's part of being fervent. That's part of diligence. Okay, continuing to do it, enduring, having patience, suffering.
Mhm.
All right, that's a work. Suffering for the Lord is a work that you're going to be rewarded for.
That's why I said that ye be not slothful though.
Don't be slothful.
But followers of what? Of them through faith and patience inherit the promises.
Mm-hmm. And if you got a slothful spirit on you, all right, you're going to wind up putting the plow down.
Yeah.
All right, you're going to wind up stop working. At some point, you're going to retire. You're going to stop working. Okay, that's why we can't be slothful. All right, we got to be steady, hot, fervent in the spirit. We got to keep working. All right, as soon as you stop working, the demons come in, and they don't want you to work in the first place.
Yeah.
The demons, Satan, what it said, 1 Peter 5:8,
Satan.
as a roaring lion, he's seeking to devour us.
Mhm.
All right, so he's waiting on us to get slothful, to lose confidence, to lose faith in the Lord, that he may jack the plow away from us. All right, and then our works not accounted for. Now we're gonna be judged with more stripes, all right, than the people who didn't know, than the Israelites who didn't know. You're gonna get an even worse judgment than them. Okay, so the point is to be diligent. You gotta believe that you're gonna to get the reward also. Hey, we brothers gotta the elder bishops and apostles, you know, they always make that point that you gotta be a little bit crazy in the mind to do what we do.
Yeah.
You gotta be a little bit crazy to believe that you're gonna be an immortal. That in itself, we can't even fathom the concept of immortality. We can't wholly grasp that concept. All right, but we believe we're gonna get it. You wanna say something? Go ahead.
Back up. I don't think it's craziness. I just think because it's spiritual knowledge, like the scriptures say, a regular man can't grasp it. And we look crazy to them when we tell them
Right.
why we doing it, because they spiritually they can't grasp the concept of we're
Mhm.
doing this work for the Most High, even though it's not assured that we're gonna get that penny,
Mhm.
because we don't know if we're the elected,
Right.
but we still put on the work as if we were of the elect.
Because they spiritually discerned though.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Mhm.
without they haven't been enlightened.
Right.
You know, to the ends.
Well, that's the edge. Mhm. Yeah, but that's why I see you gotta be a little, because we haven't seen that with our eyes.
Uh.
All right, but that's why we got the spirit as our comforter. All right, what it say? What, First John? What it is? The one you like, brother? The unction of know all things.
2:20.
2:20. What is it's First John 2:20?
Get
Con.
it?
No, it's all good. Con. Yeah, First John 2:20. The unction to know all things. All right, we've been endowed with the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
That's why we can see something, we can believe in something that we haven't seen with our eyes. Hey, in Job, 19 and 27, he said he gonna see his redeemer. But he had the Holy Spirit to even believe in that. All right. And by his faith, what he did, he was a righteous man. All right, he never cast away, as that brother brought out, he never cast away his faith, all right, in the Lord. All right. And then he said, what? He gonna receive his redeemer when he come back. All right. And Job is back today. Hey, we gotta it believing in reincarnation. That's a thing in itself. To believe that you were here before. All right. Hey, the spirit gotta be on you. You gotta be endowed, like I just mentioned. You gotta be endowed with the Holy Spirit to believe the things that's contained in the scriptures, man. To believe the volume of the book, the spirit gotta be upon you. All right. Go ahead.
John, this is gonna back you up. It's James 5 and verse 10. It says, "Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. Behold, we count them happy which endure." Right, and that's a part of the work. The part of the work is enduring, man. You got, like the brothers were saying earlier, you got to finish the job, man. No matter how hard it is, no matter how exhausting it is, find yourself, within the will of within the will and the power of your how about Shemal Shah, man, to push, pray, and keep going, man.
Hey, to be an outcast by the world, not just your family, not just people you know, all right, but by the world. We're outcasts. All right, we're hated. All right, we're ridiculed, talked about by family members, people who we love. All right, that's part of the endurance, which is the suffering. All right, that's suffering. Somebody you deeply care about calling you crazy, like they ain't know you your whole life. All right, it takes faith to even endure that, to suffer that. All right, people saying and forget. I don't even much want to harp on that too much. Forget what people gotta say.
Yeah.
All right, what's a dead man's opinion?
Yep.
You a sinner. All right, we kings. We kings and priests. We're gonna be the judges of the nation of Israel, man. The
whole
first
earth,
fruit
man.
of the whole earth.
We're gonna judge all 17 nations, man. Because Israel gonna be perfect.
They're gonna be perfect. Yeah.
We don't need to judge our people. We're gonna judge the earth, man.
Mhm.
It ain't gonna be, I don't know. No, man. We're gonna have total control, total dominion over the fish that dwell in the sea, the animals on the land, and the fowls of the air, man. As well as you other nations. That's the reward that we holding on to. You got more than James, right? Yeah.
Nah, keep going.
Just to finish it off, it says, verse 11, it says, "Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy."
Con. And the patience of Job is still being brought up. It's still being talked about. Because his patience, his suffering was not in vain. Job went through hell and hot water, man.
Mm.
And he didn't cast his faith behind him. He didn't lose faith.
He
He
never
kept his
did.
faith.
Yep. He rebuked this woman and everything for
Yeah.
losing faith, man.
Yeah. So it's the same thing for us. Job was a man of the Lord, so are we. So we gotta have the same kind of mindset as Job.
Job, it's like it. Job back today.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah.
I said that. He's back.
He's back. He's back.
He's back. All right. He's back. Because I mentioned he said he's gonna see his redeemer. He's gonna see his
Yeah, he
redeemer.
did. I hit the day. He said that.
Yeah. It's like in Daniel where it said stand in our lot,
Mhm.
right? When I in
Shall see what his envy.
time. Yeah. He should see what his end be. And Daniel was a righteous man. The spirit
it.
was on him.
Yep.
And what it says about a righteous man that got faith. Psalms 37 and 25, I believe. The end of a thing is better than the beginning. And why is our end better? Because that's when you get your all the labor and the work that you put in. That's when you get your reward at the end.
That's in Ecclesiastes. What you think about? Huh?
What?
Better is the end of a thing than the beginning there.
The Psalms.
It probably in both of them.
In both of them.
Yeah, 'cause
No,
I
the
know
one
they
I'm
got-
talking about in Psalms though.
All right.
37.
37 and 25, or 37 and 37 is one of them. Oh no, I'm talking about when they say mark the perfect man, but the end of him is peace. But both of them go into it though. 37 and 37, you can read it.
Come, this is Psalm 37 and 37. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace.
Yeah, mark the perfect man and behold the upright. Behold the righteous. Look at the righteous. The end of that man is peace. All right, so when it's all said and done, people can say whatever they want. They can have whatever kind of point of view or perspective that they want, that we crazy, that we don't know what we talking about. All right, but they're gonna see our end. All right, the wicked, our enemies, the other nations, they're gonna see our end. All right, they're gonna see our salvation, man. Go ahead.
I can make a point because when they say mark the perfect man, for the end of that man is peace. That word perfect goes into being complete.
Yep.
You're going to see the Israelite man be complete, totally completed. Laws, statutes, commandments on the inward parts, having the spiritual powers, being able to discern people's thoughts. You know, that's total completeness. We ain't gonna be in captivity. We're gonna be in our right mind, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's complete.
Hey, that's how you know. That's how you know. Our reward is not gonna come at this moment. The job not complete.
The job not finished. Yeah.
The job not finished. So it only makes sense. Okay, we're not perfect right now. All right, we're we're subject to these chains of darkness. To the flesh. Okay, we're not perfect, but we're still working. All right, and with that working, the perfection comes with it. The perfection is a part of our wages. That true perfection. That perfection where we have the laws, statutes, and commandments in our inward parts. All right, at our end, when the job is done, that's when we're gonna receive that reward. That's part of the rewards. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I kind of have two. Just real quick, this is Matthew 5 and 48. It says, "Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father, which is in heaven, is perfect." Right. So, like the brother's talking about, what, man? Us striving for perfection. Okay, that's the whole point. Okay, you're gonna mess up. You're gonna have times where you're not completely 100% in the spirit. But the point is to keep fighting. That's the point.
Yeah, if you're an NBA player, you don't start off with a ring.
Right. You gotta work for it.
But you gotta work for it. All right, and you play your hardest. You train and you do whatever you gotta do that you may have what it takes to get the championship, to get the ring. You don't start off with it. You gotta work to get it. Okay, you gotta work to get the ring. Just like we gotta work to get our crowns. We don't start off with the crowns, man. Then there would be no purpose of the faith. Our faith and our words go hand in hand. James tell you that. All right, go ahead, bro. You got yours. You have me.
No, I had a different one.
Con.
But it was back up that Psalms 37. So.
Con. Go ahead with yours.
Just to back up the
Come back
point
to it.
about the wicked and the wicked our people going to see our salvation when we get called up. This is Wisdom of Solomon 5, verse 1 and 2. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such have afflicted him.
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness. Right? The righteous, the men of the Lord, the servants, right? The people the men who've been listening and hearkening and doing the works of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, if you ain't doing the works, then you're not a righteous man. Go ahead.
And made no account of his labors.
Oh, and then it said, and such as afflicted him. We've been afflicted by our own people, by everybody. All right, but we're gonna stand in the face of them, all right, in great boldness. Man, when they see what we've been doing, this we wasn't crazy the whole time, bro.
God.
They're gonna lose it.
They gonna lose their mind. Y'all was actually right. Hey, they gonna be coming to us when all hell breaks loose.
Yep.
What a prophets at?
Mm-hmm.
Man, you know, me and that brother Deshai, we just did a lesson on that like a couple days ago.
Such thing is too late, man.
Yeah, it's a such thing as too late. All right. So even before we get saved out of here, they gonna come looking for us. Go ahead.
Verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for.
Yep.
And you keep going.
Yeah, they're gonna be astonished at our salvation, right? See them missiles coming, and then you see men, somebody right on side you who you knew your whole life, you never listened to him, right? You just see him getting just ascended, and your life is on the line.
We was in the same concentration camp.
Yeah, but you know, whatever. But yeah, that's gonna be a crazy thing to go through.
Yeah.
You gonna drop dead seeing that.
Give up the ghost on
You
the
gonna
spot.
right there on the spot.
Put it right back in. Nope. You gotta taste that.
Yeah, but that's the man. The Lord is gonna. He even gonna deliver us with style
Yeah.
for our works. It ain't just gonna be no. He just come pick us up in a Honda Civic. Come on, man. He coming with the clouds. He coming with the host of heaven to come get us for the works that we've then labored to him. Right?
And then gonna have the trumpets playing.
Come on.
Sounds Jake ain't never even heard.
Stating on like that.
That's crazy.
Prince of the air.
Prince of the car.
He slapped me in the face with the man garment after I said that, man. Like, shut up. You know? But yeah, that's what's going on.
I got a precept.
Go ahead. That was it.
Yeah.
Con, go ahead.
It's 2 Timothy chapter 4 and 5. It says, but thou in all things endure afflictions. It's the back of that James. Endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, and make full proof of thy ministry. Now, you can't make full proof of your ministry if you don't continue in it. Right? You have to keep going to make full proof of your ministry. It says in verse 6, for now I am ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. In which, you know, this was Apostle Paul speaking. Apostle Paul did all that he could, man.
That isn't Corinthians when you say he finished his course.
This is right here.
Oh, that's it. All right.
Yep. It says, verse 7, I have fought the good fight. And that's past tense, like I brought up earlier, when he said, do minister, that's continuing. Well, at this point, Paul is like, look, I fought the fight. I finished the course, man. And it says what? I have kept the faith.
Peter like 4 and 7.
Henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day. And not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing. Do thy diligence to come shortly unto me, man. You got it.
Because it's a fight. All right. So the goal is to finish. All right. This fight, is laborious. This is our labor. All right. He said he's fought the good fight. All right. He finished his course. We gotta finish. We gotta have a mindset and the things. Well, most importantly, the spiritual things. All right. The things that matter to finish. We gotta have a mindset to finish, the wherewithal to finish, to not look back, to not put down the plow, to not stop laboring until the job is complete.
Gotcha.
Con, go ahead.
This 1 Timothy 6:12. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art called and has professed a good profession before many witnesses.
Con, fight the good fight of faith. All right, what that second part that said? That it said?
It says, whereunto thou art also called and has professed a good profession before many witnesses.
No, before that. It's right before that.
Fight the good fight of faith and lay hold on eternal life.
Right, fight the good fight of faith and lay hold on eternal life. Right, and that's the reward. That's part of the reward, eternal life. All right, an everlasting kingdom. All right, righteousness, forevermore, immortality, dominion. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
That's what you get when you finish your work. All right, and words can't explain, all right, how the kingdom of heaven is going to be. All right, until we see it. Bro, we only know so much about our reward. We don't know the intricate, the inner things of what dominion has in store.
Yeah.
All right, we know that we're going to have dominion. All right, but all the things that connect to dominion, that fall under the umbrella of dominion, that fall under the umbrella of immortality, all right, that fall under the umbrella of having a righteous seed that's going to continue forever, right? Imagine you got 100 children running around your palace, man.
Yeah.
All right, and they're righteous, and it's gonna last forever. Go ahead.
Well, I tell you in Corinthians that I had not seen, neither the ears. We meditate. Brothers do AI. To envision the kingdom. But until we come into that fullness, bro, we not gonna really get a hold of that total reward that we about to receive, man.
And our minds can't go far enough, bro.
Yeah.
And, brother, you could be the Lord could have put the spirit on you to be one of those brothers who just think far out on stuff like that. Hey, that brother not even close to what the kingdom of heaven gonna be like.
The Lord give men visions, man.
The Lord give men visions.
Even brothers' visions is real vivid. You can paint the picture and see, but we know it's gonna be on a whole nother level than that, man. Oh, I say Jake be playing, bro. To have that's why I say lay hold on to eternal life. Hey, man, the words that Yahweh Shai has given us through the Comforter, which is the Rakak Wadash, all right, the words of life, we possess it right now.
Yeah.
The power of eternal life, we got it right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's why the scriptures say, put on therefore as the elect.
Yeah.
You got to put on as if you're one of those men. What it say? I put on for my city.
Yeah.
For
Yahweh Shai.
Put on for Yahweh Shai. Go get your crown. Believe that you're going to get your crown. Work for your crown. I work for it and believe that you're going to receive it. That's putting on as the elect, man. Hey, we gotta believe in our minds that we could get saved, bro. We can't be condemned in our faith or in our minds. We can't let our sins weigh us down. We can't let our imperfection weigh us down. All right? We can't condemn ourselves and have that mindset of low self-esteem.
Yeah, that's a demon, man.
No confidence.
No confidence, that's a
Right?
demon, man.
Hey, you gotta believe you're gonna be a king. Imagine you being a king when you've been a nobody your whole life.
But Jake like to think about those negative thoughts and say, man, what if I'm not an elect? What if I'm not? What if I'm not? What if I'm not? What if I'm not?
What if you are?
But what if you are, though?
Come on. Right.
So act like you are.
Act like you are.
Fuck saying, oh, what if I'm not? No, what if I am? I'm going to put my best foot forward to continue to be that. Putting on as the elect, man.
Yeah. You got to believe that you are the elect.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with being, it's the difference between pride and no, not confidence. It's another word. I always say it, but it's
proud.
No, it's the difference between pride and it starts with optimism. There's a difference between pride and optimism, man. When you're an optimist, you believe that the good is gonna come to you. You believe it so much that you believe that you got it already. Hey, you gotta believe that the Holy Spirit is on you already too. that the Lord is dealing with you right now. All right, we gotta be optimists in the truth. If you're a prophet of the Lord, all right, you gotta believe that you're gonna receive a reward for your work. You gotta believe that you're gonna receive a reward for all the sleepless nights, stand up studying, all right, fellowshipping with brothers. You gotta be to work, be up for work in 2 hours, 2 more hours. You ain't get no sleep, 2 3 hours. Sir, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, because brothers, when we do that, it's because we so caught up in the fellowship because it feel like we in the kingdom, brother.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
Jake got to go to work at 7 o'clock in the morning, but hey, I'm out with the brothers till 4 a.m., man.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
why? Because it's you get that break from the world. It's like, man, I can't wait, till we get the kingdom, man.
Mhm.
You know, Jake driving home tired, falling asleep.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
but that's what it's about. That having that vision to see, like, man, this is gonna be on a whole another level times 144,000 in the kingdom, man.
Right.
You know, go ahead.
Yeah, all the righteous brothers, brothers come from out of town.
Yeah,
Just seeing them all in one place together. All right, the spirit is on those men.
all in
Aight.
one spirit, man.
All one spirit. They all believe in the same thing.
Mhm.
They all have love for each other. You might have never even met this man.
Yeah.
All right, you can see you can envision yourselves, all of y'all, as kings calling the shots.
Mhm.
All right, that's faith. That's works, right? Which the Lord is not going to forget it. He's not going to forget your labor of love. We know what love is according to the scriptures.
Mhm.
All right. So the Lord is not going to forget that.
Yeah, you gotta keep going.
Gotta
bro.
keep going.
And honestly, bro, it's too late in the game to be giving up, to be, get kicked out, whatever.
To be just tripping.
Just tripping, man. It's too late to be tripping. You know,
Yep.
this thing could go down at any given moment, then boom, you miss out on your reward, man. You know,
Yeah, and it's easy to miss out on your reward. It's easy. All right, that's why I take a different type of man, all right, to complete this job. It's easy to go do evil.
yeah.
It's easy to be a nigga, a 2/3. That's easy. Bro, you can do something right now. You can go get in your car right now and go be a nigga.
Easy,
It takes no restraint to be a nigga.
easy.
Just give yourself over to your flesh. You could go be a nigga. That's easy. All right, it's harder to conquer yourself, especially for a belief of something that you haven't seen yet
Mhm.
with your own eyes. But we see it what? Through faith. All right. Well, you could get that last precept, bro. Good.
All right.
Brothers closing out that
This
first.
is 1 Peter 1 and verse 7. It says, actually, I'll start one verse up. It says, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season ye be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations,
Mm-hmm.
that the trial of your faith being much more precious.
Read that first verse again. I gotta speak. I can't just skip over that. I gotta speak.
Verse 7, that the trial of your faith.
The one
Oh, before next
yeah.
okay. Verse 6, it says, wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season,
Mm-hmm.
if need be, you are in heaviness through manifold temptation.
Kind. If now for a season, for a time. All right. Sometimes our mind gets heavy. All right. Our load gets heavy sometimes. Right. And we got our nation on our back.
Yep.
Like
The whole nation.
the whole nation. All right, which is as the sand of the sea. Hey, our whole nation, they despise us, but they don't even know we're ushering in the kingdom and they gonna come with us through our loins, man.
You know, something I
ahead.
noticed by us being downtown last week, it was a lot of people, shaloming,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people kind of more on the side of understanding who we are and what we're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's come to a point of being more respectable now.
Mhm.
But that go to show you that the Lord getting ready to close the doors.
Con. Yeah. But what? Heaviness and manifold temptations. All right. We tempted. Satan tempts us. The Lord tempts us. I use Satan to tempt us. I'd rather that be with women, money, whatever it may be. All right. We go through those things, and there's heaviness that comes with it. All right. But what? We still have that patience. Keep going.
Verse 7, it says, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perish,
Con.
though it be tried with fire,
Mm-hmm.
might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua HaMashiach.
Right. So at the appearing of the Lord, the trials and tribulations that we've been through, that we've kept our faith through, all right, hey, it's gonna be what it said at the end with Yahushua at the appearing.
It says, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua HaMashiach.
Yeah, the Lord is gonna honor that. All right, He's gonna honor that. When you make it a contract or agreement with a man, all right, you say you're gonna do this, all right, you gotta honor your word. All right, so Yahushua is gonna honor his word. He's gonna honor our words. All right, come on, man. So the chart, what you say?
No, I was going to say I got two more verses. We got
Come,
some more on those.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Con, this is verse 8. It says, whom having not seen, right, the Lord, ye love, in whom though now ye have, Slakia, now ye see him not, yet believing, ye rejoice with joy unspeakable and full of glory, receiving the end of your faith, even the salvation of your souls.
And that sums up the whole lesson. All right, right? We gotta receive the end of our faith, which means we gotta keep our faith. And keeping our faith, part of keeping our faith is doing the works. That's how you receive the end of your faith. All right. That's how you receive the end of your faith. Working until your faith is what? Finished by the Lord. Go ahead.
Right, I was gonna just add to you in verse 7. It says, at the appearing of Yahushua Mashiach. It also says we didn't see him, but we believe.
But we believe.
And in Hebrews 12 and 2, it tells you that he's the author and finisher of our faith. So we need him, in all things to get through the trials, the tribulations, all the troubles, man. The mindset of going off and coming back to being righteous, man. We need the Lord in all things, man.
Calm. And that sums up the whole lesson. All right. So the trial of our faith is precious, right? We got to keep our faith. All right. That gift, we got to take advantage of the gift we got, because it's billions of people on the planet Earth and only 144,000, got that, the Lord is only dealing with them to a certain extent. They're the only ones that got the unction. All right, as well as the believers, you got the believers. All right, but we're talking about the elect men of 144,000. All right, and the men who've been putting in the work, putting in the labor. All right, you're a special man. You're not just anybody. All right, you matter, especially to the Lord. All right, so with that, Lord willing, this live lesson was edifying. Before we get out of here, I want to give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, and peace, blessings, and salutation to the hopefully elect. A Baba Ball.
A Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.
A Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.
A Baba Ball.
Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom.